sketch the graph of fx, which is a hybrid function, x. So this function will follow when x is less than 0, we will apply this rule. When x is between 0 and 2, including 0, we'll follow this rule. And when x is greater than or equal than 2, we'll follow this rule. I've color-coded to make it easier for you to see where it is. By now, you should know how the y equals x graph looks like. However, if you're not sure, you have to apply it. So what I want to do is I want to know at least what is the values where x is 0. And when x is 0, when in this function, I will say f at 0 equals, and that is 0. So I know when x is 0 and it excludes 0, for that graph, it is an open circle. It's an open circle. Right, now you can also substitute values to see how this is. I still believe that your green calculator is the easiest way to do it. If you can't do it in this calculator, your graphics calculator is going to take too long, then just substitute values into that like we've done here. So substitute -1, because what I want to know is up to here, up to that level, what is happening, which is pretty easy. I'm not going to use my calculator now, I will use it for the next one. But I know when x is 1, y is 1. But it must be underneath 0, below 0. So when x is -1, y is -1. When x is -2, y is -2. And you quickly see then we've got a line that goes like this. It starts at infinity and it goes up to that point. So a graph looks like that for the first bit. Now what happens between 0 and 2? Between 0 and 2 we're going to apply this rule. So I'm going to find out what is f at 0 for this equation, which means I'm going to substitute 0 into the place of x, 0 plus 1, and that gives us 1. So when x is 0, y equals 1. It includes 1. It includes 0, so it is a big round dot. We also want to know what is f at 2. That's the upper limit. So if I substitute 2 in there, 2 plus 1 equals 3. So when x is 2, y is 3 over there. It does not include the point. It does not include the point. So it's going to be a circle. It's not going to be a dot. And you should know that that's a straight line because it's of the first. So I don't have to do anything else. I've got to draw my line. What's happening then after that? So what's happening between 2 and forever? And to do that, I'm going to substitute 2 into this equation. So I'm going to say f at 2 equals 5 take 2, and that equals 3. Which means when x is 2, y is 3, it includes the point, so it's a dot. So it's going to be a dot in there. And now I also need to find out where x is 0, because where y is 0, because if y is 0, I need to always show my intercepts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say if y equals 0, if y equals 0, so when y equals 0, and I'm going to substitute it in this value because I want to know where this graph is intercepting the x-axis. If y is 0, 5 minus x equals 0. I'm going to add x on both sides. Then I'll have left 5 equals x. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to go through there. It's also going to be a straight line. And there's my hybrid function. That will carry on forever. That will go forever. So if I want to state the range, where's my range? I can see that my range is where do I find my y values. So my range, I'm going to say range equals, where will I find y values? I'll start at infinity. Now because these lines come in forever, it means there's going to be forever y values down at the bottom. So negative infinity, oh that's negative infinity. And if I go up, the highest value I can go to is, that's supposed to be 3, 1, 2, 3. So that is 3. 3 is included, so it's a block. Infinity can never be included, so it's a circle.